Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Will you please be seated? Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the chapter here at the Cathedral, it is my very great pleasure to welcome you on this very happy occasion. A particularly warm welcome to those who are graduands and their guests, for whom we hope that this will be one of the great days of your life. And we are delighted that this should take place here in this great cathedral church. Liverpool Cathedral is one of the great buildings of the 20th century. It is the largest church in the United Kingdom, the largest Anglican cathedral anywhere, with the heaviest peal of bells in the tower, right above your heads. And despite the best efforts of our friends at the Royal Albert Hall, you've just been listening to the largest pipe organ in Great Britain. All of this was designed by a young man at the beginning of his career as an architect, Giles Gilbert Scott. He was in his early 20s when he won the competition to build this great cathedral, a similar age to many of those who graduate today. And he would spend the rest of his life working on the design for this great space, refining it. And despite the devastation of 2 world wars and the many challenges which faced Liverpool during the 20th century, he saw it all take shape. He didn't live to see his dream and plan complete, but his achievement was to give to us the inheritance of a breathtaking space, one which inspires awe and wonder as it seeks to speak of God to all who visit and enter its doors. We at the Cathedral are very proud of our significant partnership with Liverpool John Moores University, and we are pleased this morning to add our congratulations to those whose dreams and plans and achievements are celebrated and honoured in the ceremony about to begin. So welcome to the Cathedral, and on behalf of all of us here, we hope this is a day which you will remember and treasure for many years to come. Thank you.
Canon Davies, Governors, Honorary Fellows, Vice-Chancellor, Pro-Vice-Chancellors, Faculty Deans, members of the Academic Board, ladies, gentlemen, graduands. In my capacity as Pro-Chancellor and on behalf of the Board of Governors of Liverpool John Moores University, I welcome you all to this award ceremony for graduands from the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. I also welcome Professor Roger Webster and Linda Grant, who are here in the presence of their families to be admitted as Honorary Fellows, and Roger Phillips and Ramsey Campbell from the Fellowship, who will be presenting the new Fellows. A warm welcome to you all. Today is a milestone for you, our graduands, as you conclude your formal education and start a new chapter in your lives. So let me start by congratulating you all collectively on the achievements we are here to recognise at this ceremony today. We will have many opportunities to applaud that success, and I look forward to greeting each one of you as you cross the stage. But please, may we all start by applauding our graduands. And now, a job for the graduands. This magnificent cathedral is full of your family and your friends, and they have encouraged and supported you over many years as you have pursued your studies. I'm sure that you have expressed your thanks in many ways, but let me ask the graduates to fill the cathedral with as much noise as possible as you applaud your family and friends, to thank them and to recognise the part that they have played in you being here today. Graduation is not only the most significant event in the university calendar, it is a great occasion for the city, as we welcome so many friends and family from across the world to join us today. You only have to walk down Hope Street, decorated with our flags and banners, from the John Lemon building, where you began your preparations earlier today, and you sense the excitement that graduation brings to Liverpool. It is your day, and although this is a very formal ceremonial occasion, I would urge you all to enjoy every single moment. At previous graduation ceremonies, I have occasionally seen a graduate walk slowly across the stage as if approaching some form of punishment. My advice to you is don't worry. The platform party isn't here to intimidate you, but to celebrate your success, and you will get to the other side. By the same token, don't run. Not only because you may fall over the flowers at the front here, but more importantly, your families will want to see you. It is one of the moments in life that will be remembered forever. And you will be able to relive the ceremony again and again by visiting the university website and our various channels on social media, which will not only feature the whole of the ceremony today, but also highlights from behind the scenes and picture galleries of our graduates. And on that note, may I finally welcome those of you in our extended audience watching this in the Redmonds building and various locations along Hope Street and throughout the city, and indeed to everyone watching throughout the world as we broadcast this ceremony live on our website. So now, it is my great privilege to declare this ceremony open and to invite Yasmin Ibrahim and Hoisha Chaudhry from the Students' Union to light the ceremonial candles. Thank you.
Honourable Chancellor, in the name of the Academic Board, I have pleasure in presenting graduands from the School of Humanities and Social Science. Foundation degree in Arts Policing Studies, Ruth Abbott. Callum Gray. Gregory Mawson. Jessica Perrin. Farah Quilliam. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Criminology, Abby Ainsworth. Jessica Aspey. Joanna Barnett. Henry Bick. Nicole Bird. Eileen Brannigan. Megan Bull. Marnie Bunclark. Lucy Carrington. Natalia Christian. Jessica Claridge. Alexandra Collins. Emma Croft. Tony Louise Crudden. Janine Darwin. Connor Donnelly. Rebecca Donnelly. Dion Dowie. Megan Duffy. Danielle Edgar. Paul Edwards. Laura Feeney. Katie Garvin. Katrina Gaskell. Aaron Gillespie. Emma Greenham. Rachel Greenwood. Sophie Griffiths. Jade Harvey. Charlie Hickman. Beth Holland. Hayley Howarth. Shannon Inglis. Emma Jones. Bethany Justice. Jack Leach. Alison Ledder. Laura Maguire. Emily Males. Lois McConnell. Adam Montague Johnson. Lewis Morgan. Aliyah Meyer. Daryl O'Brien. Emma O'Connell. Zoe Parkinson. Celine Parr. James Pearson. Tiffany Pickford. James Pollin. Michelle Potter. Dylan Redican. James Roberts. Kerry Ann Robertshaw. Lee Shen. Stephanie Simcock. Amy Smith. Katie Sutherland. Jack Thornton. Leah Tiffany. Stacey Timmins. Jessica Tinney. Chloe Topley. Emma Vorton. Sarah Walker. Adam Williams. Shauna Wilton. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Criminology and Sociology, Grace Abbott. Hina Ajaz. Kimberly Alex. Lauren Ashwood. Jasmine Barnes. Laura Bennett. Bethan Brannan. Morning. Jessica Kavanagh. Jessica Clark. Harriet Collinson. Beth Connor. Adam Croston. Lucy Cunnington. Holly Dawson. Corianne Diamond. Julianne Dunlop. Danny Edwards. James Falls. Hannah Fitzsimmons. Molly Flint. Nicole Graves. Erin Holding. Tabian Ingram. Ebony Ivison. Bethan Jones. David Jones. Cameron Little. Faye Lucas. Daniel McCulloch. Bradley McAvoy. Anne-Marie McGreevy. Anna McNairn. Nicole McNally. Lauren Murray. Catherine Passant. Ella Pearson Glover. Luke Redmond. Shannon Roberts. Abby Rogers. Francis Scarlett. Luke Skinner. Aisha Thomas. Paige Trussell. Ellie Vernon. Chloe Williams. Emma Williams. Gemma Wilson. Valeria Woods. This completes the first part of the presentation of graduands from the School of Humanities and Social Science.
Roger Webster was born in Mossley Hill in the same hospital as Kim Cattrall, a fact he shared with her many years later when he stood as her supporter on this stage when she became an honorary fellow of the university. Can't remember if she began her acceptance speech with "I was born in the same hospital as Roger Webster," but I'm sure she was delighted with the symmetry their lives have shared. Pro-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting Professor Roger Webster, former Executive Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Professional and Social Studies, and Professor of Literary Studies at the University, for the award of an Honorary Fellowship of Liverpool John Moores University. Roger spent the first 5 years of his life in Liverpool, where his father was head of English at the Liverpool Institute and taught Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and others of that inspirational generation. The family moved to Dorset when the young Roger was 6, leaving behind what he refers to as the black and white memories of overhead railways and trams. Academia is a family calling, and Roger studied English at King's College in London before achieving a PhD for a thesis entitled The Visual Imagination in the Novels of Thomas Hardy. Roger's academic career progressed with teaching positions at the University of London, City and East London College, and the American Institute. But he truly found his home when he returned to Liverpool and became the youngest member of the teaching staff in the English department of the City of Liverpool College of Higher Education, which merged with other colleges around the city to become Liverpool Polytechnic in 1970. By the time the Polytechnic was granted university status in 1992, Roger, by then a professor in literary studies, was leading a new school in media, critical and creative arts. Drawing upon Liverpool's legendary creative spirit and talent, Roger and his team developed a new portfolio of professional degrees in creative writing, journalism, criminology and media production, laying the foundations for what is now an area of strength, both in LGMU and the city, in creative and broadcast media. The school's innovative approach, one that is now widely adopted, but at the time was almost unique, was that it created programs in collaboration with industry. And Roger personally forged partnerships with external partners such as Mersey Television, Fact, The Tate, Biennial, and the numerous news platforms around the city. These brokered relationships provided an authentic pathway for students into the new digital industries. It also paved the way for this city to become capital of culture. And as lead dean of faculty, he was also responsible for capital projects such as the John Lennon Art and Design Building and the Redmonds Building. Long acknowledged as one of the movers and shakers in the arts and cultural landscape of the city, it's easy to forget that at heart, Roger is still a true academic. He's published widely on working class writing, literature and film, suburbia and literary theory. And even in retirement, he's returned to his academic and literary roots, commissioned by the Vice-Chancellor to write the history of the university. He spent the last 18 months completing a book which was launched last night on the origins of Liverpool John Moores University. Roger is truly part of that history. His is a story of commitment and passion for this university. He's dedicated his life to transforming the lives of students and staff through the engine of higher education. And it's a testament to his integrity and character that after a long career at the very top of this institution, the news of this fellowship was met with widespread delight and affection. So for his outstanding contribution to arts and cultural education, it gives me great personal pleasure to present Roger Webster for admission to our highest honour as an Honorary Fellow of Liverpool John Moores University.
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I admit you as an Honorary Fellow of Liverpool John Moores University. May I congratulate you and welcome you to the fellowship. Many, many congratulations.
Well, Honourable Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, graduands. First of all, I want to say how very deeply honoured and moved I feel to have this great distinction conferred on me. I've participated in many degree ceremonies over the years here, and never, ever did it occur to me that I might one day become an Honorary Fellow of the University myself. Indeed, I've given a number of orations, as Roger Phillips has today, so I know only too well the calibre and the qualities of our Honorary Fellows. So I do feel very humbled as well as delighted. Delighted especially to remain part of the Liverpool John Moores family, or rather, to use a more appropriate term, fellowship. So thank you, Roger, for your very kind and very generous words. I don't know where you got the Kim Cattrall anecdote from, but I should hasten to add that being born in the same hospital is really the only thing we have in common. Apart from our legs, that is. Liverpool John Moores University has been a wonderful institution to work for and in. Why? Well, many reasons, but I just want to mention two today: its students and its staff. I'll say more about students in a moment, our students. The main reason, of course, for today's ceremony. The university's staff are, in my view, the most committed, inspiring, caring, entertaining group of people I've known. And it's been a huge privilege to work amongst such people, many of whom are here today. And in many ways, I feel today's honour reflects their or our collective spirit as much as any individual merit on my part. It's been an immense privilege to work over the years alongside you all. Well, as Roger said, I spent my early years, probably my formative years, looking back in Liverpool. And I have strong, if faded, childhood memories of the city in the 1950s, especially, as Roger mentioned, going on trams and the now, sadly, long-gone overhead railway, which I used to go on occasionally with my father on Saturday mornings, and we'd see the great ships and liners in the docks. It was a very different city from today. As you say, my family moved to Dorset when I was 6, so going from an industrial city in decline to a rural, almost feudal society at that time could hardly have been more different. But it led to my interest in Thomas Hardy, amongst other things. I did, though, remain very loyal to Liverpool, and not least to the football club, watching their increasing successes over the years. My father and grandfather were both Liverpool fans, and they were very balanced and very fair in their outlook on life. And they were always at pains to remind me that there were and are two great football teams in this city, Liverpool and Liverpool Reserves. So perhaps I've alienated half the audience now, maybe not quite as many as half, just a few. Returning to Liverpool in the late 70s and 80s from London was quite a shock. A city now facing serious problems wherever you looked. And the then Polytechnic was very much caught up in these issues. Indeed, its survival was at times in question. But Phoenix-like, out of the turmoil and the economic collapse, the university established itself and has in many ways contributed to the success of what is surely now one of Britain's and indeed the world's greatest cities. The crowning recognition of this was becoming European Capital of Culture in 2008. Liverpool was the first, and probably now the only English city to obtain this accolade. The city's talent to innovate, to reinvent itself, to adapt, to cope, and to see both the tragic and the comic sides of life is, I think, at the heart of what we might call its DNA. So, turning to our students, today's graduands, shortly to become graduates. A small linguistic step, but also a gigantic symbolic rite of passage for you all as you walk across this stage. You are about to enter a world infinitely more complex and unpredictable than when I was a student. technologically, culturally, politically, financially, career-wise. But a world too where there are perhaps more opportunities, more access to knowledge and information, more choices to be made. So how will you cope with this? Well, I offer two reflections. First, you've attended a wonderful university, and the subjects you've studied in this faculty with our talented staff equip you with a set of skills, knowledge, and experiences which will serve you throughout your lives, sometimes in obvious ways, sometimes in more unforeseen and unpredictable ways. Becoming a graduate, holding a degree, is very empowering. It means you've crossed a line successfully and demonstrated abilities and proficiency across a range of activities. And now you can put all the theory and knowledge into practice. You are fuller, wiser, more capable members of society. Secondly, you've studied in one of the greatest cities in the world. And whether you've been in Liverpool just for your studies or more permanently, the Liverpool DNA I've already mentioned will have rubbed off on you. No city, in my view, produces more understanding, enterprising, creative and inspirational people. You only have to look at the very extensive list of Liverpool firsts, inventions, innovations, to realise this. So you are graduates of this remarkable city as well. And I am sure that that will always remain with you in very positive ways. So go out and make a difference. If each individual makes a difference, think of the combined capacity to make a difference in society of all the about-to-be graduates here today. So to conclude, the Liverpool Mechanics Institute and School of Arts, founded nearly 200 years ago, from which our university descends, had a very significant motto. In Latin, non nobis solum sed toti mundi nati, which translates as, we were born not for ourselves, but for the whole world. Much may change in the world, but I think that rings as true today as it did nearly 200 years ago. So make a difference, which is of benefit not only to yourselves, but also to others too, and you won't go very far wrong in this world. Thank you.
Honourable Pro-Chancellor, in the name of the Academic Board, I have pleasure in presenting further graduands from the School of Humanities and Social Science. Bachelor of Arts with Honours English, Richard Albinger. Ferdus Ali. Caitlin Allen. Sean Barry. Ellis Baxter. Danny Beaton. Kaylee Brooks. Sophia Brunner. Kimberly Buchanan. Robin Buckley. Mark Carr. Benjamin Chance. Amy Cleaver. Nicole Coburn. Faye Collins. Stephen Connolly. Sophie Cornwell. Beth Costa. Alice Coughlin. Jodie Cullen. Eleanor Kernock. Isabel Curry. Olivia D'Angelo. James Dixon. Lauren Dodd. Jacob Echeverry. Rosina Essasabai. Tia Evans. Matt Farrell. Kate Faulkner. Olivia Fisk. Anne-Marie Flanagan. Rupert French. Samuel Gittins. Rebecca Gladwin. Beverly Granell. Anna Grouse. Beth Cribbin. Courtney Haddock. Megan Helm. Louise Henderson. Lauren Hewitt. Eve Higginson. Amy Hyam. Tracy Hughes. Courtney Keane. Emily Langton. Daniel Lashbrook. Alexander Lorrow. Jessica Lee. Zoe Marriott. Polly Medlin. Chloe Mills. Jonathan Moyer. Ross Monaghan. Lucy Morgan Cooper. Maya Nichols. Lucy Nowak. Katie O'Connell. Catherine O'Dea. Elizabeth Offila. Emma Oliver. Cara Orlandini. Laura O'Shea. Jonathan O'Sullivan. Rachel Patterson. Alexandra Pellegrino. Rebecca Peters. Ryan Pickering. Alex Presley. Annie Privet. Nicole Price. Amy Rees. Emily Richardson. Holly Richmond. April Rigby. Sophie Riley. Jessica Rimmer. Mairead Roberts. Alice Robinson. Laura Sanders. Georgina Sedgwick. Ellie Shaw. Jade Swan. Matthew Swift. Tony Swift. Catherine Taylor. Joseph Till. Jack Tonks. Lynn Wainwright. Cassandra Walker. Elizabeth Ward. Jessica White. Lucy Wignall. Sarah Wilcox. Jennifer Wilkinson. Kaylee Williams. Hannah Wright. Bachelor of Arts of Honours, English and Media and Cultural Studies, Heather Aptar. Emily Atkinson. Emily Boyle. Caitlin Bree. Sophie Brown. Jade Burns. Kerry Fogarty. Chloe Gittins. Ben Harvey. Bethany Holmes. Eamon McDowell. Jack McKinley. Holly Neve. Sean Noble. Hannah Roberts. Catherine Shawgross. Sophie Shields. Elizabeth Stevens. Madeleine Tarling. Stephen Tatum Duggins. Bachelor of Arts with Honour History, Paul Atchison. Ruby Agate. Connor Alexander. Reese Berry. Callum Brown. Charles Bunn. Matthew Burrell. Richard Caldwell. Jamie Calladine. Ryan Coburn. Aidan Colton. Lee Conniff. Charlotte Connolly. Joshua Cook. Daniel Crawley. Amy Crosby. Heather Danyardi Sharples. Savannah Derbyshire. Hugh Davison. Melissa Diaf. Jack Devine. Sean Doodson. Daniel Foster. Hannah Freeman. Nicholas George. Ellis Gibney. Matthew Goldsmith. Stephen Greer. Kelsey Griffiths Fawn. Edward Hardy. David Harris. Jacob Harris. Madeline Harrison. Luke Hawkins. Shelley Holton. Max Hudson. Eve Humphreys. James Jackson. Kieran Johnson. Ashley Jones. Lucy Jones. Adam Kayani Dean. Anthony Lally. George Landale. June Lane. Michael Marsh. Declan McLaurin. Connor McGee. Joe McLaughlin. Joshua McMillan. Cormac McNeil. George Miller. Daniel Moore. Ella Morris. Patrick Nevin. Jack Nylon. Rebecca Nicholson. Shannon O'Day Baxter. Michael Ollier. Eve Peacock. Joy Pennington. Jordan Press. Joseph Quirk. Maisie Rain. Jessie Randhawa. Lucy Seaborn. Anthony Shaw. Benjamin Skipper. Luke Smith. Sophie Sorrell. Jessica Southern. Adam Stevens. Bradley Stockton. Priestley Stoner. Jack Stein. Bethany Sutton. Robin Toomey. David Walsh. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, History and English, Lewis Barrett. Michael Brash. Rachel Carr. Caitlin Comboy. Abigail Foster. Michael McManus. Helen Robinson. Georgina Tingle. This completes the second part of the presentation of graduands from the School of Humanities and Social Science.
Honourable Pro-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting Linda Grant for the award of an Honorary Fellowship from Liverpool John Moores University. Linda is one of the most prominent Liverpool-born authors of contemporary literary fiction. Her award-winning fiction draws heavily on the history of the city, along with her family history and Jewish background. Her early writing experience found an outlet in local journalism, and it is as a feature writer in the national press, notably The Guardian, that she has gained a loyal and steadfast following for her crusading opinion pieces and witty turns of phrase. While maintaining her profile as a national feature writer, she has been able to find a dual voice through storytelling and creative writing. Well, all writing is creative, I'm sure. She always knew that sooner or later she would write fiction, but at first struggled to find her voice and where to start. Speaking to The Guardian on the process of writing a novel, she said, "I'd thought you didn't write a novel until the novel came to you, that the novel was in some way already formed, exterior, waiting for the writer to receive it. I was waiting and waiting for my novel to arrive inside my head, and nothing at all had turned up." But in the end, she just had to get on with it, advice she would give any aspiring writer. As she says, it's impossible to wait until one knows what one is doing. You just sit down, occasionally in excitement, mostly in numb fear, and get on with it. She started out in fiction, writing about people who are marginal, who have problematic identities and issues with belonging, and within this found her voice. Her debut novel, The Cast Iron Shore, was published in 1996 and won the David Hyam Prize for Fiction for the best first novel of the year. 3 years later, her second, non-fiction work, Remind Me Who I Am Again, won both the Mind and Age Concern Book of the Year awards. In this 1998 memoir, Linda wrote of her mother's dementia and sought to fill up the aching space the illness leaves in its wake. If I may add my opinion, I found it very moving and enviably precise in its detailed observations, not to mention unflinchingly truthful. Several books and prizes later, including 2 nominations for the Man Booker, Britain's leading literary prize, Linda was appointed a Fellow of the Royal Society of Literature. Most recently, in March 2017, it was announced that Linda's novel The Dark Circle had been long listed for the Bailey's Women's Prize for Fiction. As a campaigning journalist and a high-profile author, Linda has used her position to speak for those marginalised by society, including calling on the government not to close a scheme bringing unaccompanied child refugees from Europe to Britain. She has also declared support for the launch and aims of Culture for Coexistence, an independent UK network representing a cross-section from the cultural world. This aims to inform and encourage dialogue about Israel and the movement towards a resolution of the conflict and a peaceful coexistence. To return to her fiction, Linda describes how she is driven by her own curiosity when she writes. Who are these people? What happens next? Linda describes her current writing rituals as so calcified I could be an elderly colonel in a gentleman's club, ironed a newspaper, tea piping hot, shoes the correct colour for in town. Alone with her keyboard, she has everything she needs, but she does regularly turn off her screen, brush her hair, and go out to be a part of life. For her outstanding contribution to literature, it is with great pleasure that I present Linda Grant for admission to her highest honour as an Honorary Fellow of Liverpool John Moores University.
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I admit you as an Honorary Fellow of Liverpool John Moores University. May I congratulate you and welcome you to the Fellowship. Many, many congratulations. 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 Many congratula
As I was watching all the graduates across the stage, I was noticing in particular the female graduates, and a remark came to mind that something Ginger Rogers said when asked to compare her dancing style to Fred Astaire's. I did the same as him, but I did it in heels. I'd like to thank the University for this great honour. It's an absolute pleasure to return to the city of my birth to receive this honorary fellowship. Art is not created in the vacuum of the imagination. It needs influences. It needs something to spark against. It needs people. It needs memories. It needs to have been moved to pity and to rage. For those of you receiving degrees today, you will have spent 3 years in one of the most exciting cities in the country, one which nurtured my creative imagination. Liverpool has been my imaginative rock, from skiving off school aged 12 to go to the Caverns lunchtime sessions, revising for exams in the Picton Library and drinking with poets in the Phil, the pub obviously, not the concert hall. 50 years ago last month, and that's something that I could never have imagined myself saying when I was your age, I sat in the bedsit of an architecture student from the other university, that other one, overlooking the newly consecrated Catholic cathedral, and he played for me for the first time Sgt. Pepper. A city of tremendous architecture, of a salty and expressive language, of people quick and ready with the insult and the wisecrack. The last time I was in Liverpool a few months ago, I stayed in a hotel where the manager, as we checked in, pointed to the sign on the notice board saying copies of The Sun are not allowed on these premises. A city which has always had its back turned against the land, looking across the ocean to wider horizons. Not always polite, never deferential to authority. It gave a refuge to my grandparents at the turn of the 20th century, fleeing from religious and ethnic persecution in Poland and Russia, even though they were disappointed that the ticket they bought did not terminate as expected in New York. I count myself lucky they did not end up in Manchester. I hope Liverpool's defiant spirit will stay with its students for the rest of their lives, and congratulations to you all on your graduation. Thank you very much.
Honourable Pro-Chancellor, in the name of the Academic Board, I have pleasure in presenting further graduands from the School of Humanities and Social Science. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Media, Culture, Communication, Sarah Ahern. Lewis Allen. Sharina Bambrick. Abigail Bradshaw. Alice Burnett. Chloe Crawford. Gemma Harper-Lee. David Homan. Amber Howard. Shannon Leonard. Hollyanne Martin. Jessica McGarr. Natalie McGran. Chloe Millwood. Bethan Moore. Thomas Murray. Katia Nascimento Carlo. Chloe Nash. Laura Pugh. Noria Quist. Ella Rice. Jacob Smith. Amy Thomas. Annie Wild. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Policing Studies, David Abbott. Amy Atkins. Matthew Barnes. Charlotte Beckett. Alan Casas Suarez. Luke Chadwick. Jack Fletcher. James Fong. Daniel Hanson. Philip Harrison. Thomas Hilton Cormos. Shannon James. Barakat Mansour. Danielle Martin. Sophie Martin. That one. Dominique McManus. Adam Merriman. Bethany Moss. Hayden Nicholas. Ross Norman. William Owen. Rebecca Pallister. Lauren Parker. Brett Python. Harriet Pickford. Emma Quigley. Dominic Shannon. Charmaine Short. Zachary Smith. James Stevenson. Kainat Sultana. Oliver Swanwick. Megan Swarbrick. Joshua Thompson. Victoria Voice. Paige Wood. Charlotte Wooding Smith. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Sociology, Hannah Brown. Luke Cash. Jodie Louise Crosdale. Geraldine Erdley. Amelia Furlong. Molly Garner. Francesca Gordon. Hannah Hughes. Daniel Keogh. Vicky Magill. Fatima Malik. Ryan Martin. Sida Marzi. Lydia McCall. Eleanor O'Neill. Ariana Peake. Rosin Prendergast. Samuel Reed. Emily Snowden. Nicole Voles. Olivia Wilson. Molly Wilshire. This completes the third part of the presentation of graduands from the School of Humanities and Social Science.
Pro-Chancellor, Honorary Fellows, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and graduands. May I, as your Vice-Chancellor, formally and warmly welcome you to your graduation ceremony in this magnificent cathedral. It's clearly a special day, and I hesitate, in the company that we have this morning, to quote a phrase from a famous book, Winnie the Pooh. "What day is it?" said Pooh. "It's today," squealed Piglet. "My favourite day," said Pooh, and it is indeed a favourite day. Well, today we welcome many guests. We welcome civic leaders, honorary fellows, distinguished guests, visitors from around the world, all to share in this very special day with our students. You are all most welcome. And I would like to extend my personal congratulations to our honorary fellows. Firstly, Professor Roger Webster. Ladies and gentlemen, Vice-Chancellors have some influence, but any success of the university is down to the hard work of the staff with the students. If I may say, Roger, on behalf of the 3 Vice-Chancellors that have had the honour of leading this institution, you exemplify that hard work of staff. And can I also say, on a personal note, how much support you gave me, and it is deeply, deeply appreciated. You will always be a friend and welcome at our university. And also to Linda, distinguished novelist. She's expressed in her address this morning the love of her city. Again, it is a privilege for us to call you a friend and part of our fellowship. Again, you will always be welcome at our university. And if I could also just say that later in the ceremony, we will be giving a Vice-Chancellor's Award to Emma Vickers. Emma, I know you're here with your family. You're a credit to the university and to the values we hold so dearly. And can I thank Acting Dean Canon Davis for his warm welcome this morning, and also to the chapter of this cathedral for the association that we have with this extraordinary building. The cathedral has provided the backdrop for the most significant events in the history of the university. Not only graduation ceremonies like today, but the installation of successive chancellors, and indeed the inauguration of the university itself. That inauguration took place in 1992, and therefore it doesn't take significant calculation to realise that this year, 2017, we're celebrating our 25th anniversary as Liverpool John Moores University. And I would like to begin, if I may, on this note. On the 25th of June, 1825, and I quote, over 1,000 mechanics and 300 individual gentlemen, unquote, gathered in the concert hall on Bolt Street, Liverpool, to hear an address on the importance of, and again I quote, a Ford in the mechanic, some knowledge of the scientific principles on which the art was founded. Not perhaps the language we would use today, but the meaning is clear. This led indeed to the establishment of the Liverpool Mechanics Institute in 1825 that Roger referred to in his address. And the mission was clear. The mission to offer accessible, holistic education to workers, to ordinary people in the city of Liverpool. And this concept, this idea, was championed by forward-thinking citizens and philanthropists. It envisaged the transformation, first of individuals, and through them communities, cities, and the world through education. Over the years, Liverpool showed its true character as a city of educational pioneers and a city of resilience. Let me give you some examples, which maybe today we take for granted. But the very first public library, the idea, just the simple idea that books were made available to the ordinary person. And the creation of a new profession, the librarian. But Liverpool was always going to be innovative. The librarian wasn't paid a salary. The librarian was allowed to take books home in lieu of a salary. And over that period, Liverpool experienced financial difficulties. But it didn't stop the innovation. When funds were stopped to support the nautical school in the 1860s, new funding was provided from a tax on alcohol. Alcohol coming through the port, the so-called whiskey money. Resilience and innovation for what this great city is renowned for. Today, Liverpool John Moores University remains true to this great heritage. Its vision to become a pioneering modern civic university reflects its ongoing commitment to the transforming power of education and to the themes, those recurring themes of innovation, aspiration, and inspiration. These themes that have echoed across the city for some 200 years. And the university speaks too of its enduring relationship with the city it calls home, a city whose history over those 200 years as a self-made city and global port has marked it with that same resourcefulness and outward-facing approach. So as we celebrate our 25th anniversary, we are a modern civic university underpinned by 4 key pillars. We aspire to deliver excellence in teaching. We aspire to deliver an exceptional student experience. Research and scholarship is embedded in everything that we do, and we value partnerships. We serve the people, we are an anchor in the city of Liverpool, and we aspire to enrich the lives of those we touch. We are a community of over 20,000 students from over 100 countries around the world, with nearly 3,000 staff. We have locations in China, India, Malaysia, North America, with plans for further expansion. But perhaps most importantly of all, we celebrate the diversity of people, we celebrate diversity of culture, and we celebrate diversity of thought. We are seeking to realise even greater ambitions for this great university in an environment of great volatility. Yes, the future has a way of arriving unannounced, but it is also a moment of opportunity, one which will reward imagination, tenacity, resilience, and conviction. We believe we are well positioned in this context. We are confident in who we are, in the contribution we are able to make. We are well placed to thrive in this environment. And this is perhaps exemplified in LJMU being voted University of the Year 2017 in Educate North Awards. But so much for the past. What about the present and what about the future? Graduation is one of the biggest events in life. It's a day of celebration, of congratulation, of festivity and achievement. We are blessed with city leaders in our audience, our dignitaries, governors, honorary fellows. But we are here, those of us on the stage, those of you in the audience, and everyone behind the scenes, for you, our students. Firstly, if I may, echoing the comments of our Pro-Chancellor, I'd like to acknowledge the effort from the families and friends here today and all those that have supported our graduates on their journey. You, no doubt, have your own stories to tell, of sacrifices, tears and laughter that you have experienced to support your loved ones. Some stories will remain private and remain with you. Others will tell of financial support and words and deeds of encouragement. It is also your day, and we congratulate and thank you. And secondly, graduates, what does it mean to become, in just a few short moments, a graduate of this institution that perhaps you chose 3 or 4 years ago and came to us with some measure of trepidation? A graduate of Liverpool John Moores University is open to new experiences and opportunities. You're all here today because you are independent in thought. You have applied yourselves, worked hard, and used your talents, and you will go out into the world and make a real difference. You're global citizens, and there can be no better preparation for what can be a challenging world than the knowledge that you have seized your moment and you are now ready to take your next step. That self-confidence, that resolve, will take you to new and exciting places. Have pride in your discipline. You're among your professional peers right now, and whatever you go on to achieve, whatever path you take, you will always have the anchor of your academic discipline and the award you have achieved today. It's not enough to sit in a classroom and listen to a lecture, sit in a library and read a book, sit in the lab and analyse. You have to look up, look around, question the world, be inquisitive and challenge the status quo, but do so with respect and tolerance for the views of others. And thirdly and finally, it is my privilege to be your Vice-Chancellor, to lead this fantastic university that has been a transformative engine, turning Liverpool into a city of learning and lifting the aspirations of its people and the thousands of students who come here. This is a university that is for and of the city of Liverpool, encouraging individuals and communities to look beyond the city boundaries to a world full of possibilities and opportunities. And so, in a few moments, I will confer your degrees. but I would like to thank each and every one of you, our supporters and friends, our academic community, to those of you in the audience who have made such a special effort to be here, and most of all to our graduates. Take lots of pictures, send them around the world, and let everyone know that today we are celebrating, Liverpool is celebrating. You have made us all proud. But perhaps just a few words of reflection to conclude. In life, fate is the cards you are dealt. Destiny is how you play them. Your destiny, your future, is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It is not a thing to be waited for. It is a thing to be achieved. Well, today you have achieved. Now go out and make that achievement count. Go out and make a difference. And referring to the words of Professor Webster, remember those discussions in 1825, and remember the motto, you are born not for ourselves alone, but for the whole world. I hope you enjoy your day. As new alumni, we will begin a different journey with you. Best of luck to you all, and well done. Thank you.
Honourable Pro-Chancellor, in the name of the Academic Board, I have the pleasure in presenting further graduands from the School of Humanities and Social Science. Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology and Psychology, Sarah Alty. Emma Arnold. Charlotte Ashton. Alexandra Barrow. Amelia Barton. Marianne Bottasista. Rebecca Booth. Charlotte Bowness. Arthur Brady McKenna. Tiffany Brooks. Ella Brown. Chelsea Cade. Jacqueline Clark. Lucinda Clifton. Aaron Kotup. Leah Diamond. Catherine Drabble. Jessica Dutton. Layla Asabi. Katie Fraser. Embla Hahn. Louise Hartley. Abigail Hems. Lauren Hyam. Emily Hughes. Oksana Jukov. Sarah Jones. Jessica Kelly. Shelby King. Jessica Lonergan. Natasha Long. Rebecca Lyons. Daniel Martin. Nicole McLean. Leighton Millier. Alicia Moore. Courtney Nankolos. David O'Brien. Emily Reed. Ben Reed. Samantha Robson. Chantel Rothwell. Paige Rowland. Cherie Rowlands Keats. Molly Smith. Abigail Tomlinson. Elizabeth Vasilounis. Jessica Voles. Emma Washbourne. Anna Watkinson. Postgraduate Certificate, Advanced Policing Studies, Jeffrey Bodie. Stephen Augusta. Philippa Chung. Sean Harrison. Anthony Jones. Ian Jones. Nicola Kabalasenko. Joanna Lowe. Paul McCoy. Gavin Mulcahy. Stephen Robinson. Jodie Sharkey. Edward Smithwick. Russell Tipton. Andrew Fielding. Thomas Henders. Louise Holbrook. Martin Earl. David Lamont. Donna Oakley. Idris Soroki. Leslie Smith. Lindsay Stopforth. David Sung. David Wally. Stephen Syme. Jenna Silka. Victoria Wright. Postgraduate Diploma of Research, Critical Social Science, Nadine Wade. Paul McCann. Amy Stanley. Kelly T-Bon. Master of Research English, Edward Daphnis. Gemma Griffiths. Alexandra Johnson. Stephanie Maitland. Charlotte Neely. Lois Walker. Master of Research, Modern History, Shona Crozon. Andrew Madden. Kira Sayers. Joseph Smith. Billie Gina Thomason. Master of Philosophy, Sociology, Anita Hobson. Doctor of Philosophy, Media Studies, Kerry Traynor. This completes the presentation of graduands from the School of Humanities and Social Science.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the great pleasure in presenting Dr. Emma Vickers for a Vice-Chancellor's Medal for External Engagement. Dr. Emma Vickers regularly speaks and delivers papers at high-profile conferences and events, most recently collaborating with the artist Stephen King on trans veterans of the British Armed Forces. This photography project, which was based on interviews conducted by Emma, was exhibited as part of numerous internationally recognised arts festivals, including Homotopia in Liverpool and Outburst in Belfast, with an estimated 60,000 people viewing the exhibition at the Museum of Liverpool alone. As a public historian, Emma has worked on a number of high-profile projects, including the Pride of Place project funded by Historic England, Dry Your Eyes Princess, funded by the Arts Council, and Now and Then, 3 Decades of HIV in Merseyside, funded by the Heritage Lottery Fund.
She is also an academic advisor to the National Festival of LGBT History and co-organises their annual conference, Sexing the Past, which brings together academics and activists who are interested in LGBTQ history. Her joint project with Aintree Racecourse in 2016 enabled LGMU history students to curate a unique exhibition reflecting on the history of the Grand National. This project was shortlisted for a Times Higher Employer Engagement Award and a Telegraph Educate North Award in 2017. In 2016, she was also nominated for Stonewall's LGBT Role Model of the Year Award and for a National Diversity Award in 2017. She is a scholar with an international reputation who uses her knowledge alongside her passion, innovation and commitment to expand our understanding of contemporary issues and to inspire our students. We are delighted to present her for this award, Dr. Emma Vickers.
Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates. I am truly honoured to be standing here in front of you today on behalf of LGMU students to express the happiness that we feel in our hearts today. These past few years have been a journey, and we will take many memories with us. As you look around and spend time with your fellow graduates, you might feel sadness that it's all over. You might feel excitement that you're all graduating and success of all your achievements. Our time spent within the walls of LGMU will always be a special memory for each of us. Some of you are graduating for the first time, like myself, and others have completed both undergraduate and postgraduate studies, and some of you will return to LGMU to continue on with further studies. To each of us, LGMU will represent a very solid foundation on which to build our futures. Not only have we made good friends during our time at LGMU, we have also made some professional relationships, and so must thank our teachers for what they have given us. Thank you to all our tutors, lecturers and academic staff for facilitating our study, enabling us to learn and grow, and for giving us the professional tools, allowing us to be the best in our chosen profession. These academic staff have guided us and have ignited our passion even more so for our chosen profession. We will be forever grateful for the generosity of your knowledge and your constant and never-ending support. I must also thank our loved ones, both family and friends. You are the people who have been by our side during this roller coaster ride of our university life. We thank you for your patience and understanding through this arduous experience, and for being there when we needed you most. While we so greatly appreciate the help, support and guidance from all those around us throughout our studies, it is us today, the graduates, who are inevitably responsible for where we are today. We were the ones who sat tirelessly studying, reading pages upon pages of journal articles, submitting thousands of words in multiple assignments. We were the ones standing nervously in front of our class delivering presentation, and the ones who undertook the nerve-wracking exams to get to where we are today. All of this have enabled us to be sitting here as graduates of our chosen profession, allowed us to achieve the dream that we have worked so long for. So congratulations, well done to each and every graduate. And it's fitting that Hawisha and I started this ceremony by lighting the candles, one representing our foundations in 1823, and other as a witness to the achievements of you, our graduates, today. So it is my honour to have the last formal speech of this ceremony and to offer my congratulations to you, the class of 2017. To finish the ceremony, it is now my pleasure to introduce our university organist, Professor Ian Tracy, who presents Danielle Thomas to sing her version of Nella Fantasia. Thank you, Danielle.
and gentlemen, what a fitting way to bring the close, almost the close of the ceremony. I'm sure you want me to thank Professor Ian Tracy, who's an honorary fellow of Liverpool John Moores University, who's been playing the organ this morning. And Ian can be found up here on the left. Give us a wave, Ian. Thank you. And also to Danielle Thomas for wonderful, wonderful singing at the end of the ceremony. Thank you so much, Danielle. So we are, in fact, almost at the end of the ceremony. I hope you've enjoyed it, but there is one very, very important duty that I still have to perform. And to do that, I would like to ask the graduands please to stand. So you've heard a lot of words today. You've heard a lot of words about sacrifice and various messages that you should take out into the world. But this is the moment, all those days of hard work, evenings of sacrifice, weekends of sacrifice, and of course, all the support that you have given to your loved ones. And it is my privilege as Vice-Chancellor to be able to say, by the powers vested in me by the Board of Governors and the Academic Board, I bestow upon you the awards and degrees to which you are entitled. You are now graduates of Liverpool John Moores University. Congratulations. Well, that is the end. I hope you've enjoyed the ceremony. I hope you will continue to enjoy this very special day, and that the memories of the ceremony, of the day, will remain with you for many years to come. If I could now ask you to please stand for the national anthem. Thank you.